Good afternoon, children. We shall discuss today about Geography Chapter 2. The topic is Physical Features of India. In this chapter, we shall study about major physiographic divisions. Let's come to know the physiographic divisions of India. The physical features of India can be grouped under the following physiographic divisions. Figure 2.4. The Himalayan mountains. Number 2. The northern plains. The peninsular plateau. The Indian desert. The coastal plains. The island. What is the Himalayan mountains? Let's come to know. The Himalayas geologically young and structurally fold mountains stretch over the northern borders of India. These mountain ranges run in a west-east direction from the Indus to the Brahmaputra. The Himalayas represent the loftiest and one of the most rugged mountain barriers of the world. They form an arc which covers a distance of about 2,400 kilometers. Their width varies from 400 kilometers in Kashmir to 150 kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh. The altitudinal variations are greater in the eastern half than those in the western half. The Himalayas consist of 3 parallel ranges in its longitudinal extent. A number of valleys lie between these ranges. The northernmost range is known as the Great or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri. It is the most continuous range consisting of the loftiest peaks with an average height of 6,000 meters. It contains all the prominent Himalayan peaks. Some highest peaks of the Himalayas we shall see here. Mount Everest, located in Nepal. This is the highest peak mountain in the world. Its peak is 8,848 meters. Kanchenjunga, India, 8,598 meters. Makalu, Nepal, 8,481. Dhaulagiri, Nepal, 8,172 meters. Nanga Parvat, India, 8,126 meters. Annapura, Nepal, 8,078 meters. Nanda Devi, India, 7,817 meters. Kamet, 7,756 meters. Namcha Barwa, 7,756. Gurla Mandhata, Nepal, 7,728. Now let's see, this is some peaks of the Himalayas located in India and Nepal. The folds of Great Himalayas are asymmetrical in nature. The core of this part of Himalayas is composed of granite. It is perennially snowbound and a number of glaciers descend from this range. The range lying to the south of the Himalaya forms the most rugged mountain system and is known as Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. The ranges are mainly composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. The altitude varies between 3,700 and 4,500 meters, and the average width is of 50 km, while the Pir Panjal range forms the longest and the most important range. The Dhauladhar and the Mahabharata ranges are also prominent ones. This range consists of the famous valley of Kashmir, the Kangra and Kullu valley in Himachal Pradesh. This region is well known for its hill stations. The outermost range of the Himalayas is called the Shivaliks. They extend over the width of 10 to 50 km and have an altitude varying between 900 and 1,100 meters. These ranges are composed of unconsolidated sediments brought down by rivers from the main Himalayan ranges located further north. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. The longitudinal valley lying between Lesser Himalayan and the Shivaliks are known as dunes. Dehradun, Kotli Dune and Patli Dune are some of the well-known dunes. Besides the longitudinal divisions, the Himalayas have been divided on the basis of regions from west to east. These divisions have been demarcated by river valleys. For example, the part of Himalayas lying between Indus and Satluj has been traditionally known as Punjab Himalaya, but it is also known regionally as Kashmir and Himachal Himalaya from west to east respectively. The part of the Himalayas lying between Satluj and Kali rivers is known as Kumayu Himalaya. The Kali and Tista rivers demarcated the Nepal Himalayas, and the parts lying between Tista and Dihang rivers is known as Assam Himalayas. There are regional names also in these broad categories. Find out some regional names of the Himalayas. The Brahmaputra marks the easternmost boundary of the Himalayas. Beyond the Dihang Gorge, the Himalayas bend sharply to the south and spread along the eastern boundary of India. They are known as the Purvachalor, the eastern hills and mountains. These hills running through the northeastern states are mostly composed of strong sandstones, which are sedimentary rocks covered with dense forest. They mostly run as parallel ranges and valleys. In this way, we have studied something about the physiographic divisions of India. In the next video, we shall come to know much more about the chapter. So many things we shall find in a video. Till then, you prepare your question answer. Also, learn all the main portion of the chapter and go through in proper way. Create more and more questions in your copy and prepare them. Thank you.